Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video is a little bit of a different video. So I've been testing out some fragrances, all because I knew the Sephora VIB sale was coming up, and I usually purchase fragrances during the Sephora VIB sale. I usually have quite a few that I'm interested in, and this year I decided to do something a little different. I actually tested the fragrances first. There were a couple I couldn't get my hands on, but it's funny how many fragrances went off my wish list when I actually tested the fragrances first. So the Sephora VIB sale is going on right now. It started for Rouge members today when I'm filming, which is April 5th. And I believe it goes until April 15th is the last day of the sale. If you're a Rouge member, you get 20% off. If you're a VIB member, you get 15% off. And then if you are an insider, you get 10% off. And then everything that's Sephora collection is 30% off for everyone. So I usually take advantage of this sale every year, and I did actually shop the sale today. I did purchase a fragrance, but so many of the ones I was interested in got taken off, and I realized I do not need them. So this is kind of an anti-haul, and I've never really done an anti-haul before. This isn't meant to be negative or to bash any of the fragrances. This is just me sharing with you guys the fragrances that I took off my wish list once I actually got to smell them. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I have been getting pickier and pickier about what I will bring into my collection. Everything that I tried was pretty good, but only one of them I felt like was actually worth bringing into my collection. And yeah, I'm not interested in having just likes. I'm not interested in buying fragrances just because there's a sale. I want fragrances that I love only, and that's that. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on some of these fragrances at Sephora and why I took them off my wish list, then just keep on watching. Okay, like I stated in the intro, this is not a negative video. This is not me telling you you shouldn't buy these. Buy them if you want to. That's completely fine. If you love them and you think they're worth the price and the money and you want to purchase them, then that's great. But I just wanted to kind of share with you my thoughts and opinions on some of these fragrances that I decided I really didn't need to spend my money on. Okay, we're gonna start off with a fragrance that I actually did purchase during the Sephora VIB sale. It's the only one, it's the only thing I've purchased in the sale, which is crazy because normally during the sale I go crazy and I just purchase a bunch of stuff. But so far I've only purchased one thing, and it's this perfume. This is by Nest, and this is Lychee Rose. Now I grappled with this because I actually smelled this in store one day and I thought it was beautiful. But the truth is that this fragrance is a little repetitive in my collection. I have other fragrances that fall into that Lychee Rose category, and it's a scent profile that I really, really love. And I thought, yeah, I really like this. This is really nice. I do want to add this into my collection, but I told myself, no, I don't need it. I kind of took it off my wish list, and then I just kept looking at it, and I kept thinking about it, and I have to admit, it's not groundbreaking. You know, it's not groundbreaking. It's not something that I just feel like I absolutely needed, but the truth is I wanted it. I just wanted it, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And you know what? Every time I see someone talk about that fragrance and they hold up the bottle, that bottle is stinking cute, okay? I think the bottle had a lot to do with my decision to purchase it, because every single time someone held up that bottle, I swear it was talking to me, winking at me, waving at me, flirting with me, saying, yes, come buy me, Jackie. So you know what? I broke down and I did, because the bottle's cute, the scent is really pretty, it's going to be perfect for summer. Plus I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it for spring and summer. It's the perfect, refreshing spring, summer, fruity, floral. It's got lychee, it's got rose, it's got raspberry, it's got some champagne, so it has this like fizzy, effervescent vibe to it that I really, really enjoy. I think it's going to get a lot of use. I'm going to wear it a lot. Plus, the price was pretty decent on its own. It's $92 for a full-size bottle. And during the sale, I get 20% off because I'm a Rouge member, so it ended up being in the I think it was like $75 or something around there. Really, that's not that bad that's how I'm justifying it, okay? And I do really love the way that it smells. So I have that on the way to me now as we speak, and that is the one fragrance I have purchased in this sale. So that is by Nest Parfums Lychee Rose. All right, this next one, you guys, this next one was kind of disappointing to me. It's not a terrible fragrance, but I was really curious about this fragrance. This is the new one by Viktor and Rolf, and this is Flowerbomb Tiger Lily. This one, I thought, ooh, I'm really gonna like it because it has coconut milk. It has some mango, which mango can go one way or another. It can either be good or bad for me, so I wasn't sure what to think about that. But it has coconut milk, bergamot, tiger lily, jasmine, freesia, mango, and benzoin as the notes. And when I smelled it, it really didn't smell like Flowerbomb in any way to me. It just kind of, yeah, I wasn't getting like a Flowerbomb DNA from the fragrance. And that's okay, you know. I mean, when you're doing a flanker of something, I kind of want a little bit of the original DNA to be in the fragrance with some variations in it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I like, but I really didn't get much Flowerbomb in the fragrance. I did get a coconut milk feel. It did feel lactonic, and I did like that part, but I was really disappointed that I didn't get much of the fruitiness, the mango. There's no way I would have known there was mango in the fragrance. I just got maybe a slight hint of something fruity, something floral, and some coconut milk. It really smelled quite generic to me. It really didn't do anything for me, and it seemed, now take this with a grain of salt because this is a new formula and I only had a sample, but it really seemed very light. So I don't know how the performance will be. It probably will be better if you have a full-size bottle and you can actually spray it all over. Maybe the performance wouldn't be as light, but it just smelled really light to me, like it wasn't going to last, and it was just very generic smelling to me. So I was disappointed. Let me know, have you tried this flanker? What do you think of this? I was so surprised. I thought for sure I was gonna love it, but no, it was immediately taken off of my wish list. So that is by Viktor and Rolf, Flowerbomb Tiger Lily. Okay, now the one that I think I'm the most disappointed with, I was really excited for this fragrance. This is by Juliette Has a Gun, and this is Juliette. And in my notes, I put, where is the cherry, question mark. I really didn't get cherry from this, and it's supposed to be a cherry fragrance. So top notes, you have cherry, pink pepper, middle you have jasmine, base notes are cashmere and tonka bean. I got a lot of the jasmine, lots of the white florals, which I'm a white floral person, but I really didn't get much cherry in the fragrance. It was barely detectable to me. It just seemed like a white floral perfume, and it really was another one that smelled, I hate to say this, I hate to be so negative, but it really smelled generic to me. I was like, wow, this is not, there's nothing here. Where's the cherry? Where's the pink pepper? Where is everything I'm looking for in this fragrance? It's not here. Really disappointed in that one, and I immediately took that one off my wish list as well. Again, this is an interactive video, so if you've tried these fragrances, let me know what you think. Were you disappointed by this one, or do you like it? Do you get cherry in this fragrance? Because I really struggled to smell the cherry. It just was not there for me. So that is by Juliette Has a Gun, Juliette. Okay, another one I was super excited for. I'm kind of surprised I didn't, I liked this one. I do like this one, but I didn't love it enough to buy a bottle. So this is by Carolina Herrera, Good Girl Blush Elixir. Now I have Good Girl Blush, and I have to say they were in the similar family. I felt like the Good Girl Blush Elixir did have a lot of the Good Girl Blush DNA in it. So you have bergamot and mandarin orange in the opening, you have ylang ylang and rose, and then vanilla and patchouli in the base. So there wasn't the peony that there is in the Good Girl Blush. This did kind of smell like Good Girl Blush, but it has a lot of patchouli in it. And I thought that the patchouli would add depth and character to the fragrance, make it darker, which it did, but I thought it would make it stronger. And it didn't seem very strong to me, which again, take that with a grain of salt because it's a new formula. So Good Girl Blush, that fragrance I love, I own. When I first got it, it had moderate performance, but it has gotten a lot stronger. So I really don't need another version of that scent profile. I really enjoy Good Girl Blush on its own. So Good Girl Blush Elixir, I just put lots of patchouli, but the longevity seems to be lacking, and inevitably it is a pass for me. So I'm just happy with the Good Girl blush. I don't need the Elixir. It's a little repetitive. I do like patchouli. But it just, I don't know, it just seems pretty repetitive to me to have both of them. So I just decided to pass. Although I do think it smells nice, but I don't need a bottle, if that makes sense. So that is by Carolina Herrera, Good Girl Blush Elixir. Okay, this next one I was super interested in. This is by Tom Ford. This is Vanilla Sex. This one I thought, okay, vanilla. I'm gonna love it. I'm absolutely gonna love it. And I get it. I get the name. I get what they were doing. I get that Vanilla Sex is supposed to be boring, right? Get it. I get it. But, you know, I like boring vanillas. I like vanillas. So, you know, I was excited to smell this one. And it's so funny. My husband was with me when I tested this fragrance out. And he was like, it smells like vanilla extract. He's like, just save the money. I'll pour vanilla extract all over you and there you go. Now, I thought it smelled a little bit different from just straight up vanilla extract. But I get what he was saying. I mean, they really took the name and ran with it. You know, it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, yeah, it's cute marketing, I guess. I don't know, but not for that price point. I don't think it's cute for that price point, to be honest with you. A 1 ounce bottle, a 30 ml is $250 and a 50 ml is $395 to smell like basic, boring vanilla. No, thank you. I'll pass. Okay, this next one, you guys, was also a little disappointing. And I kind of was in shock about this one. I didn't want to believe it because I really do like this house. This is by the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla. I was so excited for this one. It sounded so good. I love that there's musk. So there's pink pepper, carnation, lily of the valley, ambroxan, Isui Super, musk, and vanilla. And I thought, okay, that sounds right up my alley. And, you know, it didn't smell bad, but I could barely smell it. It was like a your skin but better scent. I really had to struggle to smell it. I mean, I sprayed quite a bit of this fragrance on me and I kept sniffing and smelling it. And my husband was with me and I said, can you smell this? And he's like, I don't smell anything. It just smells very light. Again, it could be that it's going to get stronger with time. It's a newer formula. I don't know. But I mean, it was really light. And I could just picture myself being frustrated trying to smell this fragrance on myself. Now, if you're someone who really likes intimate scents, if you're looking for something that you can get away with wearing to a work setting when you're not really supposed to be wearing perfumes, or you know, you don't want to be offensive in any way, you want a your skin but better. It kind of reminded me of Glossier You a little bit. You know, that your skin but better type of scent. But I know myself and I know I would never reach for it because it would just be frustrating to me. I need to have some wafts. It doesn't have to be a beast of a fragrance or anything like that, but I need to be able to smell it throughout the day. And I really felt like either I went nose blind to it or it's just a really weak fragrance. I'm not really sure, but I just didn't get much out of the fragrance. So for me, that is a definite hard pass. I don't want to spend money on something that smells like water on me. I want to actually be able to smell my perfumes. Imagine that. So yeah, this one is a pass for sure. This is by the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla. All right, up next we have another one, the other new one by Tom Ford. This one is, I think it's Vanille Fatale. And this one, you know, I think this actually isn't brand new. Didn't they have this one before and then they brought it back? Isn't this like a bringing it back perfume? I don't know if this is a new formulation. I never tried the original one when it first came out, so I don't know. I just tried the new one that I saw in store. So this is, again, Tom Ford Vanille Fatale, and this is a dark, not basic vanilla. This one was there was a lot going on. It's complex. It's definitely complex fragrance. It was interesting. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It's very dark. It's a dark fragrance. I did have a hard time kind of piecing together what I was smelling because it is very complex for sure. Lots and lots of notes in here. Top notes, you have rum, myrrh, saffron, orange, lime, coriander. There's barley, coffee, plum, frangipani, rose. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff. Base, you have vanilla, you have suede, tobacco, there's mahogany in here, which I am not a fan of mahogany. And there's patchouli, oak moss, and violet. So tons of notes in this fragrance. Like I said, very, very complex. I said it's very dark, and I did find it to be a bit dry and a bit smoky. And I don't get along with mahogany. It's too dark of a wood for me, and I could smell that in the fragrance. And I said for a vanilla, it's not overly sweet. So if you're someone who likes vanilla fragrances, but you don't want an overly sweet vanilla fragrance, you want a complex vanilla, you might want to check this one out. I don't hate it, I just think it's okay, but it is better than vanilla sex, at least for the price. For that price point, it's giving something besides just a basic boring vanilla, and it is probably worth getting your nose on if those notes sound good to you, if that sounds interesting to you, get your nose on it. It's a pass for me. It's too expensive. I didn't love it, so I'm gonna pass on it, but I would recommend checking that one out over vanilla sex for that price, if that makes sense. So didn't hate it, but definitely not one that I'm interested in bringing into my collection. All right, guys, so those are the fragrances I had on my wish list for the Sephora VIB sale and have been removed, except for one I did purchase. But I just thought I'd share with you, and I want to hear from you. Let me know, have you tried any of these fragrances? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Do you think they're worth the price? I want to know if you're planning on purchasing fragrances during the sale, and which ones you have your eye on. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!